One of the questions that I get asked the most is, how did I go from being such a failure in my first year and struggling so much as an entrepreneur to finally being able to get over the hurdle and experience and have success? The answer is I changed my relationship to fear. When I first started, I was deathly afraid of public speaking and giving presentations. I was afraid of being a leader. I learned to start using fear as a compass. Instead of running away from the things that I feared, I learned that if I could simply just take a step to the fear, if I could get the courage that even though I was afraid of something, if I could do it anyway, that I found in those moments, that was when some of my biggest breakthroughs that I ever had occurred. I'll give you an example. Public speaking. It's always been one of my biggest fears. And I know when I say that, a lot of people, they find that hard to believe because I make my living talking and sharing my story and creating videos. But it's always been one of my biggest fears. I'm an introvert by nature. And I can remember how deathly afraid I was of the idea of getting in front of a room and actually giving a presentation. And look, I wasn't great in the beginning, but every time I did it, I got a little bit better. I got a little bit more comfortable. I started studying and practicing, and here's what I found out. I was actually not that bad at it. I started getting in front of the room and people started saying, wow, that was really good. You inspired me, you motivated me. My purpose in life, my number one gift that I have to offer the world is my story. Why that's so crazy is I think back to that first day that I was in front of that room, giving that opening of the presentation, not even being able to remember my name, literally so nervous I had a glass of water in my hand, shaking, spilling water all over me. I think back to that moment and I think, what if no one ever cared enough about me to force me to do that? And that's the lesson that I've learned about fear. You fear the things you do for a reason. You fear the things you fear because deep down you really desire them. If you're willing to test those fears, if you're willing to take action on the things that you're afraid of, I think those are the very places where you'll find some of the biggest breakthroughs that you're looking for. If you're fearing creating a live video, that might be the very thing that puts you over the edge or creates that opportunity that you've been hoping and praying for. If you're fearing giving a presentation, I am here to tell you that you were meant to inspire people with your words and with your story. You'll start to realize that the struggles that you go through, the challenges, they're actually gifts. They're what make your story richer. So that when you share your personal story of triumph and challenges and overcoming adversity, you inspire other people. If you're fearing being a leader, just like I was in those early days, I am telling you, if you take that first step, you might find what I did. You were born to lead. Look, you might not be the person you need to be today in order to have the success that you want, but you can start the process of becoming. And to me, that comes right back to facing your fears. Risk not looking great, risk not being excellent at something, but growing and learning and ultimately becoming the person that you need to become to deserve the success that you want.